on, everybody? It's girl Keisha. Welcome to my show, Undeniable Keziah. This is a commentary channel. I'm inviting you. Welcome. And this is where I speak my mind. I don't sugarcoat nothing, alright? So if you want the illest and the realest, this is the place to be, alright? So I have a updated story on Junior. Do you guys remember Junior? Yeah, the Latino boy back in 2018 that was hacked to death and stabbed to death in the Bronx, okay? His name is Guzman Feliz. He was just 15 years old. Mistaken identity. That's how he died. Through mistaken identity. So you have these filthy savages that are part of a gang, the Trinitario gang, if I said it correctly. And two of them have been convicted, finally. Round of applause for that. Round of applause for that. They've finally been convicted. Two of them. One is a higher rank than the other one, okay? But one of them had called for the death of Mr. Feliz, all right? Because they thought that he was part of a rival gang in the Bronx called Sunset.
Oh, they deserve life in prison without parole. But if they give him 25 to life, they deserve it. I'm fine with that for now.
25 years to life. That's the possible sentence awaiting the men who prosecutors say ordered the murder of Leandra Guzman's son, 15-year-old Lisandro Jr. Guzman Feliz. After deliberating for less than 2 days in the second trial tied to Jr.'s death in June of 2018, a jury reached a verdict Friday. 33-year-old Diego Suero and 24-year-old Frederick Then, both found guilty of second-degree murder. Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark says the men are leaders of the Trinitarios gang and instructed other members to murder Junior.
They was the leader, they was the low one, all of them.
The chilling stabbing death of the teen was captured on surveillance video that went viral and sparked public outrage. Police say he was dragged out of a bodega in the Belmont section of the Bronx and attacked with machetes and knives by gang members who chased him into that bodega. Among the more shocking revelations when the news broke, prosecutors say Junior was mistaken for a member of a rival gang and had nothing to do with the supposed beef between the two sets. This mural right outside the same bodega where Junior was attacked is a constant reminder of the life taken here that night.
He was a loved kid, that no matter what he was doing, they loved him. And no matter what, he still had a future ahead of him.
Some people in the neighborhood say Junior's death changed this community.
People are tired of everything that's been going on here for years, even before that. But that was probably like a wake-up call.
Although it's been 4 years, Junior's mother says it feels like it was just yesterday that she learned her son had been killed.
For me, I'm in the same week. The time do not happen. I'm in the same days. It's the same for me.
She says it's her faith in God that keeps her going. She believes one day she'll be reunited with her son.
I'm believing and hoping I'm going to have him again.
14 people in total have been charged in connection with Junior's death. More are expected to be tried in the future. Meanwhile, this mural of Junior over my shoulder here says Explorer Lisandro Guzman Feliz. He was part of the NYPD's Explorer program and hoped to become a police officer when he got older. Reporting here in the Bronx, Nia Clark, New York 1.
She said that night, June 20th, 2018, when her son was murdered around 11:40 p.m. when this whole thing started, she said there was two deaths, her son and her. 4 years of her son passing, and she's still grieving. I mean, what mother wouldn't still be grieving? You know, 15 years old. New York City was flipped upside down when this boy died. Because it was just so horrific. I mean, it terrified a lot of people. You had people in the neighborhood looking out of the window witnessing this boy's death. How crazy is it over mistaken identity? These people have a heart so full of wickedness, a thirst for blood so severely that they don't even know who the hell they're going after. They don't even know their target. Mistaken identity. Wow. So more than a dozen men were charged in the weeks after the slaying as tips flooded in from the residents outraged by the craving nature of the crime. So now 2 men were found guilty on Friday after a 4-week trial. Diego Suero, 33 years of the Bronx, and Frederick Den, 24 of Pennsylvania. And they were both leaders of the Trinitario set, known also as the Los Suarez. So you had Mr. Den that was sitting back just chilling. Just watching the whole thing play out. Watching this 15-year-old boy life slip away from him. Dying right before his eyes. And this man did nothing. So he later called Mr. Suro and told him, yes, guess what? Your order have been taken care of. This is some sick stuff. Some sick stuff. I'm reading here that Junior's funeral drew in 1,000 mourners because people were so touched and so saddened by his passing because the way how he died. His mother's not having it. His mother said that you took my son. You took something that I can't get back. Imagine being a mother or a father and have to bury your own child. That is a hard pill to swallow. You talk about pain? So 25 years to me is not really enough. They should serve life in prison. His mother said they should get 300 years in prison, which is like a life sentence because no one's really living 300 years. I don't know anyone that lived 300 years. This ain't biblical times. We ain't living in Moses' them time, okay? This is not the biblical times, honey. Ain't anybody living 300 years. So if you're going to give someone 300 years, you might as well give them life without parole, okay? And I agree with his mother. They deserve that. Just indeed that. They should never step foot out in society again. Never. And I don't understand how in the year 2022, you still have people still gang banging it up. I'm a gangster. I'm a gangster. You know, I'm about that life. I mean, you too old to be gang banging. I mean, you got these new 30, 40 years old gang banging. That's not cute. Hang it up. I don't care if you're 14. This is the year 2022. Why are you gang banging? What, you looking for love? You looking for acceptance? You looking for a father? You looking for siblings? Man, get over it. Get your life. Get your life, because gang banging ain't it. There's only two ways to leave that lifestyle. Either dead or locked up in jail. Now, a lot of people go to these gangs for family, for love. But if you cross one of these people, go ahead, you step to a gang leader and say, hey, I want out this lifestyle. Most likely, they're going to give you a hard time. They may give you a hard time. What the females have to do to join gangs, either they got to get jumped in or they got to get smashed in, if you know what I mean. And dudes, they have to go cop a body. They have to go do some heinous crime. They got to get jumped in. It's just so many things just to prove your loyalty. Like, what kind of stuff is that? But this is a hardcore life. This is a hardcore life, and that's a life that I don't think any of us should be indulging in. I don't care what we're going through with our family. Getting into that lifestyle is not it. You have to kill innocent people who did nothing to you. So I remember I was watching a movie. Y'all already know the classical, that old hood classic, New Jack City, right? You had Nino, Wesley Snipes, and then you had Ice-T that played the undercover cop. Wesley Snipes admitted to Ice-T in the movie that, man, I was in a gang and I had to prove myself. So I saw an old lady, look like she could have been a school teacher, smoked my blunt, went up to her, cock out my gun, blast on her head. I didn't even wait to see her body drop. You know? And that woman, guess who she was? She was Ice-T's mother. Yeah, I believe she was Ice-T's mother. And that took a lot for Ice-T to keep his composure and not expose himself right there and then. But this is what I'm talking about. You gotta kill old people. You gotta jump old people. You may even have to rape or even attack a girl. You may have to kill innocent boys and innocent men just to be part. Like, that's not a family I want to be part of. That's not a family I want to be part of. That's not family. That's not true love neither, because they truly love you would never allow you to do something so heinous like that. Those are demons. That's not family. Those are demons. About being on demon time. Anyway, guys, leave a comment down below, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you know I'm gonna get back with y'all with another one.